Hello everyone and welcome back to this new lecture on joins. So far we have covered inner joins, full outer join and left join. And within this lecture we are going to see what are right outer joins or right join. If you haven't watched our previous lectures on inner joins or outer joins, I suggest that you cover those tutorials first in order to have some convenience to understand this lecture. So without any further delay, let's move on to the topic. So the concept of a right join is going to be exactly opposite of what we have seen in the topic of left join in the previous lecture. So let's try to understand in this way by assuming these two tables, table A and table B. And let's say you have been given a task to include all the records from table B in your output, and you can include the records from table A but only those records which is also common or included in the table B. That means you cannot include any value which is falling within this area of table A and not a part of table B. So the only part covered in red is the values that you need to retain in your final output. Let's understand this by this example over here. So again we have these two tables, planned items and purchased items in these two tables. And let's say in our final output we need to retain all the records or data from the purchase table. Purchase table contains all the records for the items that is in common with both the tables and also items which is exclusive of the left hand side table, which means in the final outcome or in the output table we need to include only these records, this one and this one, but we cannot allow these records to be included in the final data. And this is where the right join helps us. So let's go ahead and have a look on the syntax. So I'm saying select everything from table on the left side and then I'm applying a right join because I care about the data which is there on the right hand side table, which is purchased, which means we need all the data from this table, and from this table we can have only those data which is falling within the intersection area of both the table. And then we are saying on the column from the first table should be equals to the column from the second table. As simple as that. And I leave it to you to practice this right join on PG admin, and you can use the same code that we have used in the previous lecture for left join. All you need to do is just swap this right join with the left join that we used in the previous query in the last video. So within this lecture we have a bonus question. This is a question that I was asked in an interview for a product-based company. So consider these two queries. First one is a query where we are using left join and second one is a query where we have used right join. In the first query we are saying that select everything from the first table and then I am applying a left join on second table where columns are matching. And on the second query I have swapped these tables, like in the first query I had table A at the first place and table B at the second place. But in the second query I have swapped their position and I have also changed or replaced this right join with the left join. And the question is that the output that you will get from these two tables respectively, will that be same or different? You will be able to know the correct answer if you have understood the concept of left join and right join. And if you have got the answer, then comment it down below and also justify your answer by stating the reason that why do you think if the outputs will be same or different. So pause the video and comment your answer below. Okay, so I'm assuming that you have already attempted to find the solution. Now let's go ahead and see if you were able to guess the correct answer or not. So these two diagrams below are enough to tell you the answer. In the first query I'm saying that I want everything from table A, which is on the left hand side, and only those records from table B which are common in table A. On the second query, after swapping the position of both the tables, as you can see I have changed it over here as well, B is coming on the first. I am also changing the join clause into right, which means I am changing the position of table A, but I am also changing the join from left to right, which means there is no difference between these two outputs, because along with changing the position for both the tables, I am also changing the condition from left join to right join. And going by this diagram, you can see following this red area that the output will be absolutely same. And if you were able to guess this answer correctly and understand the logic behind it, then I assure you that now you have gained a strong grip over this topic of left join and right join. Even if you could not figure out this answer, it is absolutely fine as a beginner, and in that case I suggest that you watch the videos on join topic one more time and the idea will be more clear to you. This is all for today's lecture. In the next lecture we are going to cover the topic of self join, and before moving into that topic, you make sure that your understanding on the concept of other join function is on place. Thank you very much for your time. See you in the next lecture.